My love, we finally have a bus stop here. It's a lot higher up the hill, isn't it? We used to have a look up the disaster prevention office building before, but now we see it so far below. And the sea also can be seen for great distance now. You know, my misanga string finally wore off from my wrist yesterday. Do you know what misanga is? It's a bracelet woven with strings. You put it on your wrist and make a wish. When it gets worn off from your wrist, your wish will come true. It was true. You wouldn't believe so, would you? But I received a call from the police, and they found you. It's a piece of bone. Something called DNA got matched to you. It's enough to have even such a small piece of your back. Finally, this will enable us to return you back to the soil. I will have to order a nameplate soon and receive the commandment's name from the monk to put on it. And then have a funeral. Am I trying to do too much too quickly? I know. You have always told me that. You are so impatient. Well, you've been called so and so Koji. I want to think of the commandment's name myself, but I won't be allowed to do that, so at least I will ask the monk to include kanji that means sea in your commandment's name. You loved the sea so much. I was always talking to you and stroking my misanga like this. This was given to me from a person who became a friend of mine in a temporary housing. It's called Misangarin, Tamaki of the beach. I wonder who thought of the name. People used to say Tamaki about the bracelet long ago. Well, I'm actually making misanga now every day. A short time after the Great East Japan earthquake, there was a movement to create jobs in Sanriku. The housewives on the beach started making misanga, handmade and braided threads into fish nets. I was invited because I have skillful hands. They asked, "Would you like to make it together?" Speaking of work, I used to peel oysters and scallops from the shells at the factory quicker than anyone else. That's why I was able to make misanga faster than anyone else. I made 2 misanga in an hour. Am I great? Amazing, isn't it? I got hooked making them. Because if I wasn't totally focused on something, I go crazy. I was in a shelter for a long time, but now I have moved into temporary housing. Since then, My life has been dedicated to going to mosques looking for you and returning to the temporary housing daily. Our son Shiichi asked me many times, would you like to come to Sendai and live together? Of course, it would be a relief to live with our son and his wife. But I didn't want to leave this town until I found you, my love. Remember, I also got off at this bus stop when I came to wed you from Tokyo. I changed from the Shinkansen to the train and then to a bus. And the last stop was here. You used to jokingly say, the man of the sea doesn't ride lightly in a car. We haven't had a car since then, so it's been always travel from this bus stop, from going on a honeymoon to anywhere else. You used to say, this is our private car. Shiichi took it seriously when he was little. I remember well, don't I? Although you used to say you'd forget things first when it was convenient for you. There are some things that are too hard to forget. I always keep an umbrella in the corner of my bag because I am a warrior. But you didn't carry an umbrella unless it was raining when you left home. So I always waited for you at this bus stop with 2 umbrellas when it was snowing or raining. Did I not? The bus was delayed on a day it snowed heavily, and I waited about an hour for you. But it didn't bother me at all, because I knew you'd definitely be back. When you got off the bus, you said, "Oh, you had worked hard, worked hard." I said, "Shouldn't it be? Thank you. In a case like this?" You said meaningless nonsense like, "You had worked hard means you had worked hard. Thank you means thank you." And we teased while laughing. Then you came my under umbrella and hugged my shoulder. I said, "People are looking at us someday." You said, "There will be only snowmen looking at us in such a heavy snow." And we had teased and laughed again. It was cold, but my shoulder with your hand holding it was so warm. I remember all these things in vain. I'm trying not to remember too much, but while I am trying not to remember too much, when I am trying, I realize I haven't forgotten really anything. It was sunny like this that day, wasn't it? You came to the factory immediately after the earthquake. Run to the high ground. There will be a tsunami. I'm going to sail my boat offshore. And he went back. I ran up to the stairs of the shrine with my factory co-workers and they turned around. There was a boat sailing off the shore, farther and farther, all the while snowing white. Soon after that, a huge wave came, and the town was swallowed. The house, the car, the people swept away. My hometown was gone. I had no choice but to pray with everyone. The entrance of the temporary housing is narrow, but I keep a small mirror next to the door. When I go out, I look into the mirror and say, I'm going. 行ってきます. It replies, come home safe. 行ってらっしゃい. When I come home, I say, I'm home. ただいま. It replies, welcome home. おかえりなさい. In my mind, I feel like I could hear that. When the person went out saying, I'm going, comes home saying, I'm home, it makes me feel happiness, even though it is such an ordinary thing, isn't it? My love, how far have you gone? Won't you come home yet? The tsunami is gone. The town is getting lively little by little. It's all right. You can come home anytime. Knowing you, you had gone too far. Ran out of fuel and then drifted to some southern island. Before too long, you will come home with black sunburned face with overgrown beard down to your belly, won't you? And you'd say, oh, I'm home. It's me, wouldn't you? And I would reply, oh, welcome home. Where have you been? You could have called me, and we would tease again, would we not? Saying, your face is too dark, your beard is too long, laughing and crying, laughing and crying. Tamaki also means connecting one weaving by one weaving, it will connect everyone's thoughts. Such thoughts will change into wishes, and it will become prayers before long. To tell you the truth, that day, I wanted you to run away with me, hand in hand. I didn't want you to get on that boat. I wonder which choice was better, just waiting for you to come back from some southern island, or having you return home, even if only one bone. But I imagine you'd have wanted to come home as soon as possible, even if we are reduced to a bone, wouldn't you? To be honest, I wanted you to run away with me, hand in hand. I haven't forgotten your big hands. Your arms are as thick as a log stick. Your fingers are gnarled and rough. There are many corpses at the morgue whose faces were unidentifiable because they are covered with mud and decomposed. But I could always tell by looking at the hands if it's you. They are the hands of a man of the sea. Actually, I kept one more misanga for you. I thought I would wrap it around on your wrist when you came home. If it were you, what would you wish for, misanga? What would you pray? They say that tamaki also means go around. Then, I wonder if I will be able to meet you again after going around someday. Shall I wait for you at this bus stop until then, shall I not? Until you come home by bus, many hours, many days, many years. Wait and wait, wait and wait, wait and wait. Getting tired of waiting, getting tired of waiting. Still, if I kept waiting, I wonder if you'd tell me. Why are you wasting time for so long? When you get off the bus, well, today is my last day waiting. Today is the last time I talked to misanga. Today makes the one finish. there is a chapter 2 in life, isn't there? My love, it is the second chapter of my life from now on. I'm going to pick you up, my love. Welcome home. おかえりなさい。Thank you for working hard. ご苦労様でした。